So, how we all doing today? Today we're taking a look at one of the new Seiko GMT watches. This is the Seiko SPB383, and this is one of the new Prospects GMT models. So this whole line is really exciting. The new GMT dive. They just look really cool. Kind of go back to that Marine Master era. There you got the booklets, you know, the boring stuff, but when you need them, you need them. Let's get down to the watch, and their basic white clamshell box now. And here we go. This is the black dial, and that's a killer looking. You know, black is kind of done a lot on watches. I mean, but something about this black just looks really good, and I hope you can see and tell here through the video. It's just a real cool looking watch. And these new series is Seiko's first dive GMTs. You had the Seiko 5s come out last year with those GMTs. Those were super hot and super popular, but this one quite a bit more. As you saw the tag over there, this is a Seiko Lux model. And this one here goes for I believe 1500, it said on there. And there you got the tsunami logo, and you've got this big buckle, but it's got that wetsuit adjustment. It kind of unhooks so you can wear it over a wetsuit. This is thinner than your average 68 model, and it fits a little closer to the wrist, so it is pretty comfortable to wear, and it's just a neat watch when it comes to, it fills out its space well. Just good looking overall. And I wish they would bring back the name Marine Master, because that was such a cool name, and I'm just not digging the whole Prospects 5 and that X logo on there. You know, you take that X off, looks a lot cleaner. This is of course a professional dive watch, and it's 200 meters. And on the bezel there, it's a ceramic bezel insert there, and you see the GMT hand there is actually the gilded hand, or the gold colored hand on the watch. But you can see this black, it's not shiny, not matte, it's kind of like in the middle, which is really cool. It's not too shiny where it's hard to see, but then it's not too matte where it's kind of boring. You know, they did a really good job with this coloring of the black. Black, there's a lot of shades of black. You know, you got to watch. It could look charcoal, that could look deep, like India style black, shiny, matte, all that kind of thing. But this one kind of hits all the right notes with it. You know, just overall a good looking watch. 3 of these models came out. You had the green dial, the black dial, and then the limited edition bluish silver, kind of like glacier dial with the texture on it. But this one here, the good old black, you know, you need a black dive watch if you don't have one. It's just kind of like a classic type of thing, you know. People love the green. I like the green, but this black, it's real interesting, you know. And still, one of the most popular ones is, you know, the black Willard. It's just, you can't really go wrong with the color black. And let's take a look at this baby on the other side. And here we go with the stem and crown. They kind of kept it simple. You got the tooling on the bezel, you got the tooling on the stem right there. You would think, you know, you'd put, but they don't really do it on the dive watches, you know, a nice S on there or something. You know, they do it with the Seiko 5 so much. You know, just something to jazz up the crown a little bit. You can see it's real toothy, so it's easy to turn and use while you're wearing dive gloves. And it's more of a functional thing. Seiko is really big on functions being important, so that's why it's easy to grasp, easy to turn, especially with the bezel. You want something that doesn't slip around too much when you're timing yourself underwater and everything. And you know, with the dive computers, people don't use dive watches as much as they used to, but it's nice to have as an extra feature. You can use it to time, you know, different things when you're waiting in line. Here is where I was telling you about. See how the buckle looks huge, but that's because it's got that extra wetsuit adjustment. That guy pops out to kind of go over the wetsuit without you having to adjust the band, the size of it and stuff. You know, I got a lot of people complain that it needs like micro adjustments nowadays, because a lot of the higher end dive watches have those types of micro adjustments. But I think because with the micro adjustments, you got the springs in there. Seiko just wants to kind of keep it simple again. And here you go. You got it here on my wrist. My wrist is about a 7.5-inch wrist, so you see it on there. It kind of takes up a lot of real estate, but because of the curves of the lugs, it just ends up looking really, really good. So as for the movement, this is a new movement Seiko made up for the GMT. This is a 6R54, and it's 24 jouled and 72 hour charge up on these guys. So some more specs. Like I said, I have a 7.5-inch wrist. The diameter of this watch is 42 millimeters, or lug to lug 48.6 millimeters altogether. The thickness is a 12.9, and it's not too bad considering it's a dive watch. And the crystal is a sapphire crystal, and it's got anti-reflective coating on the inner surface. And the markers and the hands, the indexes, and on the bezel, you got Lumibright, and the clasp we saw earlier, the 3-fold clasp with secure hook, push button release with the extender for like the wetsuit and stuff. Here's all 3 models of the new GMT series right next to each other, so you can see the difference, see what you're most interested in. You got the light blue one in the middle, that is the limited edition, and then you had the green model and the black model. Both of those are a standard production run, and they all look pretty sharp. And the limited edition comes with an extra strap, the white strap that goes with it. All 3 models, I kind of feel like it depends on what color you like. They're all pretty cool. My favorites are the green and the black of the series, but having that extra NATO style strap is pretty cool too. These are professional dive watches. They are ISO certified or tested, and they are water resistant to 200 meters or 660 feet. So here you got all 3 lined up, so that way you can pick your favorite. Next week we'll probably be doing the video on the limited edition. This week the black, and last week was the green. So a great collection. It's interesting to see what will happen from here. Are they going to keep producing these new GMT styles with this new movement that Seiko made up for it, or are they just going to keep just doing the black and the green? So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Seiko has been increasing their GMT offerings quite a bit, so it'll be neat to see what's going on. And let's take the watch into the dark, and we'll take a look and see how the black dial model SPB383, the watch we're looking at today, how it looks in the dark. And here you got the Lumibright, beautiful lume, easy to read. You can see there. You can see the hands, the hour hand and the minute hand, and then you got the little dot that's moving. That's your second hand there. It's going right now. It's going right by the GMT hand, which is that triangle right there. You can see that right there. Just a great addition, at least it's not another reissue of the same type of watch, just in a different colorway. I like it when Seiko starts exploring things and coming up with some different stuff. I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to watch the video. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you're looking for one of these watches or any Seikos or Oris models. Please look us up at depalas.com. Be glad to help you guys. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.